Hello, everybody. It's me, Corey, and I'm a little sick today, so I apologize if I sound a little raspy. But, so I just realized I hadn't had an update on this game in a while. But this is basically the currently developed version of the game. It has a lobby now, but this is not really the public full release just yet. I'm going to show you like the different features it has. And yeah, so first let's look at the barracks. So here in the barracks we can see we have the starting weapon. The weapon variants haven't been fully finished yet because they feed into acquisition contracts. You can receive more acquisition contracts by spending medals on them. And they're basically like levels of progression where you can get different weapon types and stuff like that. Here there are the Bonnie Bites, and let's just go into the starting weapon categories so that way you can see kind of like what goes into this stuff. So the left number is the amount of medals you have. It's the yellow number. The middle number is your level, and then the far right number is your perma points. So you gain medals from clearing a round, or you get 10 from leveling up. Levels you get from going up rounds, completing Easter eggs, or killing zombies. And then perma points you get from killing zombies and beating rounds. Going up into the super duper high rounds are the fastest ways to earn perma points and levels. Anyway, so pretty much every weapon in the game is here, except for the ones that are obtained through acquisition contracts, which are just variants of the existing weapons. They basically have, they're basically different slots for the same weapons, so that way you can have more weapons on the game and not mess with your box luck much at all, and it also simplifies a lot of other stuff, so you can have weapons that you actually enjoy on the map. For instance, like let's say I don't want a Glock 17 on my map. I want something more useful. Well, now I can exchange my Glock 17 for an M14 or a criminal from the You Cannot Survive game. Then we have, there's tons of different ray gun variants. Let's see. Oh, right. So this Lightbringer thing. This is mostly like a joke. I don't expect anyone's going to reach level 100 just yet. So I'll probably update that sooner rather than later. But I do at some point want to make it like obtainable in case someone actually does know life the game. Anyway, right now I have the Medallion 4 equipped, so I'm just going to switch that over. In the mood for the Galil. Oops. And here we have Bonnie Bites, which is basically the equivalent of Gobblegums for the game. So the first slot is basically free. It just has a level requirement, meaning that you don't have to spend any sort of perma points on this stuff. Tends to be the weaker end of the perks and the weaker end of the modifiers. Whereas you have these right over here that are more powerful, but you actually have to spend perma points on them. I'm not going to be using any for this playthrough. But they give you some pretty good power-ups, like, you know, starting with an extra 1,000 points, give you every single perk in the game. The first weapon you pull out of the weapon vault is guaranteed to be the Lightbringer, stuff like that. Moving on, we go on to the settings and upgrade weapon slot, or, you know, the weapon swap for upgrading your weapon. So for instance, let's say I upgrade the weapon after I've already upgraded it. Does it switch the variant? If it's if there is an upgradable variant that's outside the one that you're using, does it switch it out for something else, or do you keep your weapon variant? I'll explain what that means in a moment. It's easier to show you than it is to just explain it. Here we have the GUI types, which we have the classic Roblox and the NSF survival one. So the classic Roblox one is the one that I've been seeing playing in the previous, versions. This is the one I used to play with, and then this one is the one that is present in my previous game. I just updated it slightly for this engine. So let's just go on to playing the game. So as of current, there's only one storyline, there's only one map, and there are 2 game modes. So you have Classic, which is a classic game mode where you, get points, kill zombies, do Easter eggs, blah, blah, blah. And you have Gun Game, which is where you, Gun Game is where you just progressively level up your guns and stuff. Solo and quick matches. Fortunately, these already work in the game, so it'll launch a lobby for you, and it will fill up. I haven't come up with a mode to extract you from a lobby yet, but that's pretty easy to do and it won't take much time. Anyway, each map is going to have its own separate background. Like, this is an actual part of the restaurant map. But yeah, let's go into it. Actually, yeah, I'll just... There's also a nice little cooldown, or like a countdown. It takes a minute because it has to save your data and then teleport you. I will not be doing... The only Easter egg I will be doing today is the golden knife Easter egg. And I will not be going to the second part of the map just yet, because I want that to remain a mystery, and it's also WIP. The only reason I pulled out my quill for this one is just to progress through the first couple of rounds faster, so that way I'm not boring you guys to death. Alright, so the first thing you might notice that might be a little bit different from my previous playthroughs, other than the walkway, because I did renovate it a little bit, just added these kind of slits here, is this right here. So this is a rusty knife, and there are 4 of them hidden around the map, and basically what you have to do is you have to collect all 4. There's a little bit of a map expansion that happened here, specifically this part right here where there's like a wooden strut that leads to the roof of that building right there. I also, because I haven't seen it done much before, one of the things I wanted to experiment with doing a little bit was making it so that you could go in some of the areas that the zombies spawn in. Like, you could actually go into here, but zombies also spawn from here. Typically in a survival scenario, you would never go where the zombies are coming from, but, I feel like it's kind of apt because there is some stuff down that corridor, and I will get around to showing you the new spots for some things. For instance, the location of bullet diffuser has changed from over here to where Juggernaut used to be, and Juggernaut has switched locations. Just because I feel like it'd be more fair to put it over there, and it would allow you to kind of alter your strategy a little more. I also did adjust the price for the door down here. Let me just go down here. So I did alter the price from $3,500 to $2,500, just because like there's some more incentive to go up the stairs rather than going through. So I feel like people would be less inclined to go this way if it costs more. Actually, that's the entire reason I made it cost more, is because the box is right past that door. But now that bullet diffuser is like over there, and so is an Easter egg item, I feel like it was super important to put it, or to drop the price a little bit. It also really makes you think about what you want to do next. Alright, so here's the roof here. I don't know if I had posted since I'd added this to the map, but here it is. And of course over there we have FPL Bravo from my previous map. Or from my previous game. And here we have the scaffolding, and it goes to this roof up here. Now this roof up here has a very powerful weapon. Maybe you recognize it. It's the PPSH 41. We also have Speedy Ale up here. None of the perks that were previously on the second level here are on the second level anymore. I've been thinking about changing that because I think it would add more incentive to going up here, but I also think their current locations aren't too bad. Now I'm down here, I just have to buy this door, which I totally forgot I didn't buy. By complete accident. Alright, so now that we have all 4 knives, we can put it right here on this pedestal. And this thing is actually quite nifty because it's actually a soul box. So this thing takes 100 souls. I promise it's not too bad. By the way, I'm not sure if I'd stated this in the previous games, or like in the previous videos, but this opens up right here at round 10, so you can upgrade your weapon on this map. I wasn't sure if that was clear in any of the previous videos. That's why I'm saying that now. Give me something good, please. You know what? Okay. So there is a new modifier that prevents you from getting bad weapons. It's called the it's called Luck Lemon. And unfortunately I did classify this as a bad weapon just because the fire rate's way too slow and you move too slowly. But the upgraded version is good. Like, this gun's not bad at all. It's just, you know, I don't think it's not great. I don't think it's great either. That's my point. Honestly, I didn't test the animation before I added this weapon in. Sorry, my throat just tickled for a moment. But the I didn't test the animation for when you aim and fire, because usually when I'm shooting weapons in this game, I go from aiming, and then when a zombie comes eventually, I fire and then I unaim, and that's pretty much my strategy for like moving quickly. Sturmgewehr is not really as good as the Galil is. The Galil is probably the second best assault rifle in the game. Maybe I did go a little overkill with how many spirits this thing takes. I don't know, I'm one of those people that always thought that like the amount of like souls that go into the soul chest and Origins was just a bit too much. There we go, and now we have the golden knife and like 3 zombies. So the thing about the golden knife is when you pick it up, obviously it gives you the golden knife, but it also gives you an additional perk. So we can now get 5 different perks. So the golden knife kills up to round here 50. And that's the good thing. That's what I really like about it. It's just how effective it is. I traded out my SDG 44 because it's not doing any work, but the WZ 35 is. Oh well, this thing definitely will do work. The PP. Okay, it's round 16. This thing's gonna be garbage. At least unupgraded it will be. The foul is actually not that bad in this game. I do like the foul. I mean, even in real life, I adore the foul. It's really good. So here's the Cell 3 Cauterizer. I added a very interesting upgrade to this weapon not too long ago. Let me just hop over these guys' heads real quick. Alright, so the best upgrade for this gun, which, by the way, that's an example of the double upgrade system, is you can upgrade weapons more than once and get a different upgrade for it. So this is the Cryonine Boreas. It's named after the god of northern winds from Greek mythology. It's basically like the cold weather god, if you will. What this thing does is when it stops like killing them, it actually starts slowing them down. So it's like a paralyzer almost. And it also fires really fast compared to the other versions. Is the Galil doing any work anymore? Yeah, it is. It's alright. I got the P226. I got the PPSH. Maybe I should upgrade this weapon and just let it start crushing zombies. Give it its redemption arc. Because I know some of the PPSH lovers that might be watching this video aren't going to like how it's behaving. Because now it seems less like a stomper and more like a point earner. I apologize for that. I promise it does crush when you upgrade it. Alright, guess we're going to upgrade it. There we go. See? This thing's good. Relatively speaking anyway, it'll start petering out in like 10 rounds, but it's pretty good. I don't know, I think round 30 is about when most of the guns in this game start to lose their insane damage. I'm still running the mystery box because there is a gun that I want to show you guys, but if it will let me. Oh yes. So there's a reason I want to show this one off too. Because this was a game, or a gun in my previous game. Excuse me, I need to start focusing here. Oh, look at that, the perk. Okay, great. Now I'm starting to move faster. Oh, man. I promise I'm good at my own game. So this is the pellet delivery service. This is basically a version of a gun that was present in NSF that people really liked, and I just replicated it over to this game. Basically what it is, it's just a really fast-firing shotgun, but what it's really most known for is its ability to earn points. Let me show you an example. Now there are a couple of things that you can do to make it fire faster. So you could get hair trigger, and that'll make it fire faster. There's a couple of guns that are a little bit, there's a couple of perks that are better than others. I might actually go to this side of the map because there is a very helpful perk over there. Yeah, I'll go to that side of the map. Screw it. Because there is something I want to show you guys anyway. But after I show you the box wonder weapon for the game. Because there is not going to be one, but two wonder weapons in each map. And we just got the one. So this is the Lightbringer. It was initially developed by my friend JXJX 2005 and or 2002, depending on who you ask. And basically, what it is it's just an instant deletion gun. It's not really strong in his gun, but it is technically the wonder weapon. So basically, what it does is it has the same exact effects and stuff. So like if I shoot these zombies, it just turns them into dust. Now, if I upgrade it, it has this nice little RGB upgrade thing. And if I collect a bunch of zombies, you'll notice it has less ammo. Well, I can explain that. So, what this thing is it's basically a save me wonder weapon. So if you get cornered like, oh no, there's no way I can escape this. Then you could just be like, okay. Problem solved. Ow, I forgot I don't have the very useful perk on me, so time to get bursting pops. Another really cool thing about this map is this spot right here. So if you open this gate, this is supposed to be transitional to the other side of the map. So that side of the map is based off of the second map I've ever made. It's called Nightmare. And yeah, so it's a map from KEZ. It was really buggy, but I fixed it for the sake of this game here. So if you transition over to the area, you can see that time transitions. And if you transition back, changes back. Transition over, transition back. So this is client-sided, so it only works for one player at a time. Instead of like every single player being slapped in the face with you know, suddenly everything is dark. Or suddenly everything is bright. I prefer to keep things on their sides of the maps. But I'll show you what I got up here so far. So up here we have Bursting Pop. Arguably one of the more useful perks if you're using a ray gun strat. Get the power, which you can turn on and off, which will have its uses. And now we have this mysterious door. So that is for another part of the Easter egg. Yeah, I think that's all I have for this update. If you guys want any more info, just feel free to hit me up in the comments below or join my Discord or whatever. I am very sick. But talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.